Hello, everyone, and welcome to the early morning variety hour. I'm Mitchell Clark, aka NPC, and I'm here with.
Your boy Chris the TV Addict.
And today we're going to be doing a Q&A for our very first episode of this podcast. So I need to find the cues. This was not well planned.
I can start with mine because I only had one cue and it was very easy.
Okay. What was your cue?
Well, actually, no, it was two cues, but they both relate to each other. First question: Are you doing YouTube? Mitchell Clark.
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Wow, so interesting.
Okay, so the first question I have is Xbox or PS4?
I've only played on Xbox my entire life. I've got no clue what a PlayStation is like. So, well,
Okay.
graphically, PlayStations are superior.
Yes, but
Actually, everything the PS4 is superior in the current generation.
well, you do pay like a whole bunch more for games on PS4 than you do for Xbox.
I wouldn't know. I've never paid for a PlayStation
Also,
game.
PSN is really expensive.
I wouldn't know. I haven't used PSN.
Well, thank you for being so knowledgeable, but so personally, I'd go for Xbox. You?
You only say that because you have Forza Game Pass.
Yeah, but also because I'm a PC person. PC and Xbox are just like
They
right there
integrate.
together.
I mean, the Series X is essentially a glorified
It
PC.
is. It is. It is. I mean, they basically just were like PC box, but it can't run
It even looks
Windows.
like a PC.
Eventually, some
But
some 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 person will come up with a crack that'll make it run on Windows. I'm telling you.
I think they probably have already as we speak.
Yeah, it hasn't even come out
What
yet.
is
There's a
we're
crack.
all in lockdown. We're all in quarantine, so
Yeah,
we've got
people got
nothing
time.
else to do.
But apparently, the Nintendo Switch, you can put Android on it and run
That is
Android
cool.
games.
I went to Nintendo Switch just to put Android on it.
Well, there are more games on Android than there are on
Hey,
Nintendo
dude, do
Switch.
you want to play Clash of Clans on my Nintendo?
A. But you can also use
Just
the game controller thingies for like your games and stuff. I don't have a
that.
Nintendo Switch, so I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, I don't know either. I've never had one. I've always wanted a Switch, but I've never had one.
Yeah, it's just been like those things that like
It's got
it
too
would be
few
nice
games.
to have, but no one would ever consider buying it except for those people.
PlayStation has good exclusives.
It does. It does. I mean, especially
Not more
if you
exclusive
love
than
the
the
Mario
Xbox.
Kart and
Do you play Mario Kart on PlayStation?
no Nintendo Switch.
I was just saying, I swear it's a Nintendo
It
title.
is a Nintendo title. Although, can you play it on Wii? I think you can play it on Wii, which is also Nintendo.
I
I.
was just about to say that Wii is a Nintendo.
Oops.
Wii Sports was a great game. Now that we're on Nintendo,
Yeah, Wii Sports Resort was the one thing that I didn't get with my Wii, and I always heard about how great it was, and I was just like, I
I've
can't
got
play
the
this.
ringtone as for my phone caller thing.
Hmm?
The theme song for Wii Sports is my ringtone.
Wow. Da, 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 da,
Exactly.
da,
I
da, da,
always
da, da,
wait
da,
for like
da,
the
da.
first the opening bars, and then I only answer the call.
It's like you got those musical ringtones are very misleading because you know you'll always answer only at that point in the song,
Yeah.
or you don't. If either you answer at that point or you don't answer at all.
I just flat out most of the time just don't answer at all. I really don't accept calls.
Yeah. Or if you have your favorite song that you like to listen to a whole of, you'll never pick up a call because you want to hear the whole song and then just suddenly cuts. It's like, ah.
The one way to make you hate a song, make it your alarm. I've
uh,
done that many times and it's just ruined things for me.
I made
I'd
the
love the
Avengers.
song, so I want to say I want to wake up to the song. Make it my alarm. Within a week I'll hate the song.
I made the Avengers theme song my alarm to try and give me the motivation to get up.
How did that go?
Eh.
It
What?
gave you the motivation to stay in bed.
Yes, like I can do all the staying in bed. I'm stronger than this. I can defy what my alarm is telling me to do. I can go back to sleep.
Well, I mean, it wasn't to make you stay up, it was just to make you accomplish things. If your goal is to sleep the entire day, then
Yep,
you need some
goals
upbeat music.
accomplished. You need better goals, but your goals are accomplished.
I mean, it's not wrong.
No, it's not.
We can't endorse it, but It's not wrong.
It's like when your teachers ask, you got to write down all your goals for the year. I went to sleep in through an entire day. I went to eat a bucket of Cheerios. I went to just
I
have
think we should
really
just
unhealthy
point this out now.
goals. I mean, they're
Everyone
goals.
listening, I think we should just point this out now. Everyone listening, do not stay in bed all day.
Do not.
You will ruin your life and you'll achieve nothing.
You will feel
And
so
you'll die a lonely, sad person.
Mm-hmm. And you'll be up at night just like, what did I do with my day? Then you'll open your phone, you'll find YouTube, and you'll binge on YouTube for the rest of the night.
And you'll realize that you've accomplished nothing and your life is ultimately meaningless.
Yes.
All right, next question.
Next question. We went from Xbox or PS4 to being unmotivated at night after binging YouTube and at least sleeping in all day.
That's basically all I've been doing under quarantine, though. I've just binged YouTube.
Yeah, I've been doing that online school stuff, and then
I see. I'm out of school.
and I
I'm fine.
also do my YouTube channel. So if you're listening to this podcast, go subscribe to NPC Gaming. But anyway.
Oh yeah, we might post this on your channel though, so that's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
If we put this on
If you're
iTunes,
listening to this on YouTube, ignore that statement.
you should be subscribed already if you're listening to this on YouTube. If you're not, you click that button
You
now.
click that button.
And put notifications on.
Yes. And if you're on
And check the
Apple
video.
Podcasts, or I don't know, whatever podcast thing you put this on, click that subscribe button also.
Yeah. And get notified of all of our podcast uploads.
Mhm. As they come out.
Eventually.
Eventually.
Next question.
Next question. Intel versus AMD. Now, this has become a lot more controversial recently.
I've never used an AMD in my life.
Too bad. So, like, if you ask a person this question in 2018, it would be hands down Intel. I mean, at that time, the Intel was just killing the market, and then 2019 they started crawling back up the ladder.
Knowledge, AMD has gotten very good recently.
Yes.
I've actually got people that I follow or that I've subbed on YouTube. They used to be diehard Intel fanboys, and now they're AMD fanboys.
Well, it's hard not to. I mean, there is no currently because of the Threadripper 3. I think I might be wrong. I think it might be the Threadripper 2, but it beats the Ryzen, the Intel i9. It whips it. It beats some of the Xeons as well. I think it beats most of them, if not all. I mean, Intel, I think, still has the single core workload, but when you've got a billion cores, it doesn't matter what the single core workload is like.
I just have whatever graphics card is on my laptop right now. I know nothing about this stuff.
Well, then the next question isn't going to
You're
be
like
so great.
the tech expert. What's the next question?
AMD versus Nvidia.
Well, rip.
So
I've only used Nvidia's and Intel's.
I see. Oh, by the way, these questions were from JB is what the credit is supposed to be. Thank you, JB, for these
Justin
questions.
Bieber, Mitchell, are you talking to Justin Bieber?
No, I'm not. Unfortunately,
Where's
not.
James Bond? Mitchell, is there something you're trying to tell us? Are you the next James Bond?
Oh, that's a good question. But no,
Would they
unfortunately.
ever go for a young James Bond? Someone
They
who's still in
don't.
school?
Imagine if they did, like Tom Holland next James Bond.
I'd watch that.
I would watch that too. Mr.
Because
Stark.
it'll be funny.
I don't know how to complete that quote. I haven't watched enough James Bonds.
Well, you can't say Mr. Stark because that's the Marvel universe.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
What's
I mean,
that
it's still Tom
old
Holland.
chick? I forgot her name. I think it's Judi Dench plays.
I don't know. That's the last thing I know.
What was the last James Bond movie? I can't even remember.
007.
Oh wow, Quantum of. I'm actually gonna Google this just so that I can know the chick's name
Oh well.
because she had some stupid code name.
Although I think, as far as movie franchises go,
Agent M. I think it's Agent M. It just says M here, and it's Judi Dench.
Judi Dench.
Agent M. I don't feel so good. Dies or no, falls asleep.
Yep. The name's Holland. Tom Holland. It doesn't have the same kind of ring to it.
Nah, it's too long. James Bond sounded cool because of how short it was.
Or if you're in science class, the name's Bond. hydrogen bond. You're gonna just
Everyone's now sending me messages. Wow.
shh. Ignore those messages. They don't matter now.
Yeah, I am ignoring them actually.
Lock the phone. Lock the phone.
I've locked my phone.
Okay, good. But yeah, I think as far as movie franchises go, I think Mission Impossible is far more developed, and I think Tom Cruise is just the
Tom
kind of
Just that guy that you can't hate, even though he's in Scientology.
yes.
Because he does his own stunts. How can you not like someone who does
I
their
mean,
own stunts?
he literally recorded the skydiving, with his photographer and everything for the Mission Impossible 4. Like he was just, I'm skydiving. This is normal.
I was just about to say, didn't he break his leg for the last Mission Impossible? But he breaks his body in every single movie he does.
Pretty much. But I mean, surely it's worth it. I mean, skydiving every
Oh,
single movie
definitely. He
set.
gets a lot of money for it. It's definitely worth
That
it.
too. I mean, people pay a lot of money to go skydiving. You're just like, oh no, I do that every day. That's my job.
There's this. The longest skydive is somewhere in, I think it's New Zealand.
That's a really
But
useless
it's not
fact. Thank you.
skydiving, bungee jumping thing is in New Zealand. I want to go on it one day. It's really. But the problem is, I'm terrified of heights.
I want to go bungee jumping, but I'm terrified.
I want to bungee jump, but I'm scared of it.
Then why do you want to do? I don't understand why you want to
For
do
the
it.
thrill of it, Mitchell.
But I don't understand. I'm not scared of heights, and I haven't been bungee jumping. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, onto well,
Next
we
question.
still haven't answered this question. AMD
Oh wait,
or
what
Nvidia?
was the question?
AMD or Nvidia? We got very sidetracked.
This is why it's called the variety
This
hour.
is why it's called the variety hour. So yeah, AMD versus Intel is not the same thing as AMD versus Nvidia. Nvidia is better, but the thing is, Apple only uses AMD for their GPUs.
And you are an Apple fanboy.
Not entirely. I'm talking about for their computers, which I don't use. But yes, I've got their phone. Yes, and iPad.
Okay, I'll just go check what that bot that you programmed to save for Apple says. I'll just go check what it says right
Okay,
now.
okay. But what else does it is a program to do? If you don't get this, it's an inside joke. What?
Join our Discord and you'll know what
Yeah,
we're talking
join the
about.
Discord and you'll know what it is. If you're watching on YouTube, there's a link in the description. If you're watching on podcasts, go sub to NPC Gaming and you'll find it.
And then go to the description.
Then go to the description.
And still listen to the podcast because the watch time will be amazing.
The watch time will be great. And listen to the whole thing, even if it's just on in the background. I mean, everyone's doing online school. You need to drown out those really useless teachers.
And just listen to us ramble about complete nonsense
Yes.
for an hour.
That's what you should do. That's all of our goals in life.
I am going to be a terrible teacher. I could just tell you that right now. I'm going to get sidetracked so often.
Oh, we have lots of teachers like that.
Ah, well, your problem.
Your problem, not ours. Yep. We still haven't answered this question. Yeah, so
So bad at this.
we are so bad at this. Never do Q&A ever again. So Apple
No.
only uses AMD because they had a whole thing with Nvidia, and now they don't use Nvidia at all.
That sounds fun.
That sounds very fun. So then the iMac Pro, the top graphics card is only the top AMD thing, which is not even close to the 2080 Ti Super or the Titan. So yeah,
And-
go Team Green.
That's
Team Green is Nvidia, by the way.
right. Does that answer the question now?
I think it does. Even though you
Hopefully
didn't give
we don't
any
get
input,
too
you just sidetracked
sidetracked.
us.
Someone is going to be listening to this just screaming at us for not getting to the question.
Yeah, like they're just listening. They're like, "Wait, there was a question in there somewhere."
What was the question they'll ask?
Oh yes.
And then they'll hear you say back to the question and be like, wait, what? There was a question
There
before
was a
this?
question. What? Oh, you mean like the hour is the time you spend between the asking the question and actually answering it.
Could you imagine we only answer one question every podcast?
Every podcast, yeah. Well, technically we are. We're answering the question, what is this podcast about?
Yeah, what is this podcast about?
Yeah, we're going to answer
Nothing.
that in approximately
Okay, listen.
30-ish more
If for
minutes.
everyone listening here, if you grew up watching Seinfeld, you know it's a show about nothing. This podcast is like Seinfeld.
Pretty much. That sums it
It's
up.
about nothing.
It's about nothing
If you
and
don't know
everything.
what Seinfeld is, then she's too young for you, fam.
Wow. Well, G.I.
Okay,
Joe is
no,
still
that's
too
actually a
young
bad
for
joke
you,
because
and yet here we
Seinfeld is a
are.
90s show. Hmm?
G.I. Joe is too young for you, and yet here we are.
Yeah, because G.I. Joe is some of the most amazing cartoons ever made.
Yeah, but that doesn't make them not too young for you.
Well, I mean, it's an 80s cartoon, so they'd be too old for me.
You know what I mean. That's what I meant.
At least I think it was, yeah, it was like 1983 they started making it.
When did they end it?
1986. It was only on for like 3 or 4 years.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I don't. As you might be able to tell, I don't watch it.
I just pirated it from the Pirate Bay the other day. Well, I can't say that. That's illegal.
Apple's gonna come for you when we release this podcast in Apple. They're gonna come for you.
FBI agents are gonna knock on my door.
Yes. You'll be like,
My
open
phone,
up.
I saw a text. The FBI texted me. They're on their way. I'm scared now.
Oh no. It's like all those memes of like how to get Minecraft for free. Dad, why is the FBI at the door?
Aye, those memes are the best.
Those memes
But
are
memes
great.
are a later discussion. Let's try and finish the questions, then we can go to
Yes,
memes.
yes. So the next question is Boeing or Airbus?
I love Boeings.
Oh, thanks.
I love Boeings.
Yeah, so this is a debate I don't know all that much on, although I have lots of people around me that are very opinionated on this, that do know things about this, and apparently Boeing is the best.
I wouldn't know. I just love Boeings.
Yeah, Boeings are great. They can go faster, apparently, I think.
Well, I think that answers that then.
Yeah, that answers that then. Okay, the next question is something I still need to find.
What do you mean still need to find?
Something I still need to find. It's somewhere around here.
Oh, you have to find the next question.
Yes, I do.
I thought the question was something you need to find.
Okay, so all of those questions were from JB, not Justin Bieber, JB,
Or James Bond.
or James Bond. It turns out it's the same question as was before. Xbox versus PS4. I think we've already answered this.
Yes, we did answer that.
Okay, I've got my own question that'll be very controversial that we both know quite a bit about. PC
Oh, no.
versus console.
Oh, I thought I was
Versus
hoping you were
mobile.
getting on it. I'd say PC.
Personally, I
As
would agree.
much as I'm a console player, I'd say PC.
Yes.
The limitations of a console, just for graphics and everything, is just there.
Yeah, and also you buy a new one every 2 years.
You don't buy a new console every 2 years. The cycle is like 5 to 7 years.
It depends how much demanding games you want to play.
Yeah. I mean, this generation, currently it's like every 2 years because they pump out the Xbox and PlayStation. Then they pump out the One S and the PS4 Pro. Then they pump out the One X as well.
Yeah.
And now we've got the next gen coming this year.
Yep.
Well, if everything goes well this year.
Yes, like people be paying. Currency does not work. Between listeners, so people paying a whole bunch for a new PS4. It's like, oh, I'm getting a new graphics card for like half your PS4's price, but I can play any of the games you are. Hi.
And then the PC guy just comes in with ultra high graphics at 120 FPS, and the PS4 can't even hit 60.
Also, keyboard and mouse.
You see, I'm not used to keyboard and mouse
Well,
because I've been playing with the controller.
If you are used to keyboard and mouse, it's very, very useful for FPSs. First-person shooters, by the way.
That's why I'm too terrified to play CS:GO.
But for racing
I'm gonna
games,
get
guess what? You
destroyed.
can take your Xbox controller or PS4 controller, plug it into your computer, and use it.
CS:GO gives you a skill cap if you use a controller.
Yes. Hugely. Also Fortnite or any other first-person shooters out there.
I played like 2 matches in Fortnite. I don't like it.
I have a few more under my belt, but
There's a
yeah,
lot
it's
of
just
I think the only match I won in Fortnite is because half of the accounts there were bots.
wow. And the other half were controller players.
Well, I think on I could be wrong on this, but I think on Xbox consoles. Wait, no. They cross play with PlayStation and Xbox on consoles. I don't know if PC's in it as well.
Oh no, PC's in it. I think for a while PS4 wasn't in it. PS4 is usually the wild card when it comes to cross compatibility.
They just hate cross compatibility
I know,
or
like
cross.
for Minecraft, they had to like make a huge deal with Sony. I mean, Xbox and PC always are just like we be together because Windows 10 and
And because
Xbox.
Microsoft.
Yeah, because it's Microsoft, and they're just like, well, we released a game on here. Why not make it cross compatible?
Or at least allow crossplay.
Yeah,
And then Sony's just there like, nope, not for us. No,
not
thank
for
you.
us. Your players are not going to play with our players because we
We're in
think we're better than
financial
them.
trouble. You pay us a lot of money and we'll do it.
Yes. And also, the people buying the games will pay us a lot of money to get those games.
Also, there's a lot more variety in games on PC, I think.
Yeah, so even before PC had access to all the Xbox games, PC had more exclusives than Xbox, PS4, Nintendo Switch, and mobile combined.
Cool.
Cool.
I don't know what else to say. I thought you were going to carry on.
Well, it is debatable as to whether those exclusives are better, but there are more exclusives. And also, try and do your geography homework on your Xbox. Oh wait, you can't. On a
Why would you do
PC,
homework on your Xbox? Come
it's
on.
just the fact that you can use your PC for other things other than gaming.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true.
When you buy an Xbox, what's the Xbox for? Gaming. That's it.
Gaming. The people they've got Windows Internet Explorer or Edge or whatever it's called now,
Yeah, Edge.
and you don't even use that.
Yeah, and also typing is a nightmare. Unless you plug in your keyboard.
Do they even sell the chat pad anymore for the Xbox controllers?
I don't think so.
Because they used to sell the chat pads for like a lot of money.
Yes, but it's like Apple and their $400 wheels.
And their little cables to have your earphones and your charger plugged in
Yes.
at the same time.
And a $500 pen. S Pen that
And
comes
their
free with the
$1,000 iPad stand.
Yes. Yeah, the $1,000 monitor stand, not an iPad stand.
Yeah, that.
And the $100,000 Macintosh Pro. I don't know why I said Macintosh.
I was just
but
about to say, what do they have for $100,000? But I'm guessing that was an exaggeration.
No, it's legitimately the highest one is $126,000 for an iMac Pro. For a Mac Pro.
Why would you pay so much money? You could buy a car for that.
So it is actually justified. There's a whole thing about this. Is all the
What's justified about it? You could buy a car with that.
So yes, you can. You can buy a new i10 straight off the shelf for the price of an Apple Mac Pro. But the thing is, movie creators, like all the animators, all the video editors for the latest movie things. I don't know what to call them specifically, but all of them use Macs, and they always used to use Macs because Mac was widespread when they first started, and switching over is a nightmare for cost because then they have to learn, and the thing that they do for movies and things is very complex, so the learning curve, you still have to pay them to learn, so that it's cheaper just to buy the Mac Pros and let them use them to pay for them to port over to Windows. So Apple is making a huge
buy a
buck
car with
there.
that, so it's better.
Sorry?
I still say you could buy a car with that.
You can buy a brand new Hyundai i10.
If you're buying a Hyundai, fam, you don't like cars.
Yeah, but that's just the exact price of $126,000.
But if you're buying a Hyundai, you don't like cars. It's that simple.
Or you're just a mom that needs a quick car.
And a soccer mom, you're one of those soccer
You
moms.
soccer moms.
Big vans.
Go, Johnny!
Or you're a Karen.
Karen.
Those entitled Karens.
Karen or Karen. Karen or
If
Karen.
there's someone here called Karen, I'm sure you're not entitled, so don't worry.
Yeah. It's just the name given to the Karens or Karens.
Yeah, I heard an Afrikaans guy say that he said Karen, and I was like, dude, it's not Karen, it's Karen.
It's
I
Karen.
get that
It's
you're
Karen, dude.
Afrikaans, but please.
For the people that don't know what Afrikaans is, Afrikaans is a language from
A
South
very
Africa.
useless language that few people actually speak here.
Yes, it's like well, lots of people speak it here. Lots of people speak it here.
Okay, well, not as much as the other 10 languages we have.
We don't speak it very
So
much.
languages.
The other
Well,
11.
no, we don't speak it much. We can barely understand it.
Ek kan nie verstaan jy nie. That's Afrikaans.
That's like the only Afrikaans we know.
No. The only Afrikaans. Engels asseblief. But yeah, so that's the local language here. It's like Dutch, but then it got
It's like Dutch, but not really Dutch.
lost in translation.
Like, if you go speak Afrikaans to a Dutch guy, they won't understand what you're saying.
But if you write it out to a Dutch guy, they will understand. If a Dutch guy writes out their Dutch,
Pick up
you
a
can
few of
understand.
the words here and there.
Pretty much, you can like get it if you know the whole thing. If you know Afrikaans, you can understand Dutch by just like filling in the gaps with what the rest of the sentence is telling you to fill it in with. If that makes sense.
How did we go from Nvidia versus what is the other one?
No, it
Up
was
to
Xbox
languages.
versus PC, console versus
Oh yeah,
PC
yeah.
versus
How did
mobile.
we go from that to languages?
I don't know, but
Well,
Afrikaans
you said
came up.
this was a variety show.
It is a variety hour. Variety hour, okay.
Ah, well, what's the next question?
Android versus iOS.
There was so much silence that I was gonna say, oh, there is no question.
There is Android versus iOS.
I see. I have an iPad, so I could answer this, but iPad is not the best thing for iOS.
Oh, and this comes from Fly You Fools. That's a Discord name. It's not. It is a Lord of the Rings F reference, but that's not what I'm quoting.
If you just said that wasn't a Lord of the Rings reference, I was gonna get my copy of the book and throw it at you.
A copy of the book, the movies,
No,
and all
the
the
book-
merchandise, and go flump.
I don't have to get the merchandise, unfortunately, but I'll throw the book and the and I've got the thick book where they all combined into that 1,000 page.
And
monster.
whack me over the head, knock me out. But yes,
With the
back
move-
to the question at hand.
I don't think iPad is the best thing to have iOS on, or to compare it with Android to.
Yeah, but it is.
'Cause you can't do a
iPad
lot
is
of
one of the Apple's most successful markets.
But you can't call on it. That's the thing.
You don't need to call on any
Well,
tablet.
you can FaceTime.
And
on it.
also, pretty much all other tablets are just not as good as an iPad. iPads have just dominated the market.
Of course they have their iPads, and I'm not saying that because I have one.
Like, as soon as you say tablet, someone thinks of some cheap Chinese knockoff or those weird Samsung tabs. As soon as you say iPad,
I
then
had
you
a
think of the
Samsung
Pro
tablet.
or the
It was
things.
the worst thing ever.
Sorry?
I had a Samsung tablet. It was the worst thing ever.
Yeah, those are.
It had 8 gigs of space, 6 of which went to the operating system alone.
6! So to be fair, I have a good comparison because on my desk right now I have both an iPad and a Lenovo tablet. And I can easily tell you which one I'd prefer.
Which one?
Which one do you
The
think? The iPad. Whoa. Yes,
You
it's the
said the
iPad.
Lenovo. I was gonna slap you because those are terrible.
They're not that bad. It's just they're not comparable to the iPad.
They're
I mean,
not very
this
good.
is a great tablet. It was a great deal. I mean, this was nice and cheap. It's got 24 gigs of storage, so not the best, but not the worst. But yeah, I mean, it's average. It's what you'd expect from a tablet, and it's cheap. I mean, an iPad you pay, but you
Yeah,
get
you pay for any Apple product. Let's be fair.
yes, $100,000 Mac Pro.
Imagine someone's listening to this with the Mac Pro that's $100,000.
Some rich boy in I don't know, Britain is just like, I'm gonna buy one of these. Tells his parents that he wants one, and they get one for him.
Dude, if you have a $100,000 MacBook and you're listening to us, you have not made it in life.
Please join our Discord and contact me personally
You're
to
missing
become
out,
a
man.
channel
You've got
member,
a
so you
YouTube
can
channel,
spend some
you've
of
got
that
a
money on
Discord
something
to
useful.
join. Yeah, fam, don't come do some live streams, Mitchell. He could donate us some money.
Yeah, well, I don't have. Yeah, I don't have Super Chat because Super Chat's not in South Africa.
Do a Twitch live stream then.
Mixer for the win.
Yeah, check. This is what he does. This is what he does. He gives you some money, right? You give me the money. I buy Minecraft, and then we go do some Twitch streams or Mixer streams or whatever.
Yes. We do them together on Criticraft, you know.
Yeah.
Get those Super Chat donations from that rich guy in Britain
Super
with
chat
a.
take like 30%.
Yeah, I could take like 30%. You could take like. No, wait, what?
I think Super Chat takes 30% of the money.
I'm not sure. I don't use Twitch.
No, I'm talking about on YouTube. On YouTube, it does 30%. I
Oh,
know that.
YouTube. Again, I wouldn't know because it's not enabled in this country.
And she only did one live stream, which like froze at one point.
I did 4 live streams.
Oh, I only watched the one, and because it froze, and I just gave up.
Oh. That was okay. That was a long time ago. I started actually live streaming on my second channel.
I don't think I'm subbed to your second channel.
Definitely not.
No, I
NPC.
am.
You are. Then why have you not watched any of the live streams? I was waiting for someone to be there to talk to.
Well,
No
I
one was
probably
there.
just didn't have the time to tune in.
Yeah, probably. Don't blame
I'm
you.
probably watching a Twitch stream.
And then it was so great. So Lunarai, a member of the Criticraft server, if you don't know, came up to the live stream and he commented, and I was like, that is commitment. Watching a live stream in order to know something that I don't. So the live stream was something about he called me out for something or he was making a joke about something and I did not know what he was talking about. That fact scares me. Like committed to go and watch that entire live stream, I think. And he thinked it down in the comments and I had no clue what he was talking about.
Shame, man. Didn't your brother come in on one of the live streams? And then you started yelling at him.
That was one of the early ones. That was one of the early ones.
But still.
Come get some
Started
lunch.
yelling. I think he wanted you to go get sup or lunch or something.
Lunch, I think it was.
And you're like, not now. I'm playing Minecraft. Okay, no, I'm joking. Have you
Every
seen that
8-year-old
video?
ever?
You've seen that video, right?
No.
Where the mother comes in and says something, and then the kid's just like, not now. I'm playing Minecraft.
Oh, yes.
That is like pure 8-year-olds.
Then you got the YouTube series, If Google Was a Guy. I'm just looking for Minecraft videos.
I love that series, though.
That is great. And the quarantine edition was really funny.
There's a quarantine edition. I haven't watched College Humor in so long.
We've just lost Chris the TV addict to
I haven't watched College Humor in so long.
Yeah.
I think it's been like 2 years.
Oh wow. Okay. It's just like IBX Toy Cat and his communism.
That's another podcast.
That's a Variety Hours podcast.
That's gonna be more than just the 1 hour we want to have.
Yeah, that'll be a long one. Okay, shall we move on to the next question?
Yes, if there is another question.
Yes, there is. This one also
This
comes
is
from
the
Fly You Fools.
longest Q&A ever because we just never get to the point.
Forza Horizon 4 or Gran Turismo?
You see, now I haven't played Gran Turismo. But I know a lot of people do prefer Forza.
Yeah. I think... Yeah, I only... Well, we stopped playing Gran Turismo at Gran Turismo 5. And that's not a very good comparison to Forza Motorsport 6 or anything fairly recent. So...
Fam, if you want to play a racing game, just get iRacing or some other sim racing game.
iRacing or real racing on your phone.
Yeah, well, not real. I don't really like real racing.
Real racing is interesting. It's got some soft body of... You can damage your car.
Yeah. But it's okay. I stopped playing it.
Yeah, we're not mobile.
Yeah, we don't play mobile games.
We play Forza Horizon 4, which apparently you have very mixed opinions on.
I do have mixed opinions on it, but that's also for another topic. Unless we have some time left, then we can talk a little bit about it.
Get just scratch the surface of all that emotional grief, and
Well, I wouldn't say emotional grief. There's just some things I wish they did better.
yeah, like add fuel.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
did you imagine that here you come driving down the highway and then you run out of fuel?
yeah. just like stop, like oh, or if you have like a tortoise versus the hare that had realistic fuel consumption, and you had like a Hot Wheels bone shaker and say that used a ton of fuel and it was an endurance race, and you were in a PLP 50 for example, and you had tons of fuel and you managed to beat a bone shaker.
But I find it weird because Motorsport 7 and 6, probably 5 as well, all the Motorsport games had the fuel thing where you could
Yes.
run out of fuel in a race. But why doesn't Horizon have it?
I don't know. And also I think as an open map game, I think there should be a lot more realistic elements to it, like fuel, like being able to stop somewhere. And I think they really need a lot more houses for one. I think they need a lot more places to go visit, like shopping centers and things.
Could you imagine he come pull up to the stores in a Super Sport or a Chiron
Lol. Just next to those old sedans
next to old sedans and Civics,
and Mercedes A classes.
and then some guy just pulls up in a PLP 50.
Yeah, just like I hear.
But yeah,
But
I
I do
think
love the scenery in Forza Horizon 4. That they did well.
the scenery is beautiful.
I mean, the mountains in the air quotes Scotland area at the very top is very
Combining
amazing to
the
go in.
United Kingdom was actually a really cool move.
Yes, I think great job on doing UK. One, because they actually drive on the correct side of the road. Sorry, Americans. Uh,
Don't say sorry. It's not our fault they're driving on the wrong
wrong
side.
side of the road. Yeah, but they still also use the imperial system. The inferial system.
Inferior.
Inferial.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Say inferior.
So like on the highways, it's still 60 kmph. 60 mph. Whoops. Imagine if they did a Forza Horizon 5 in South Africa. How cool that would be.
Well, I mean, that means we probably get hijacked at some point.
Probably. Or there's just like a dark alley where you get held up.
And the thing is, not a lot of cars in the Horizon games are exactly road legal here.
No.
Because we have a couple things called potholes and speed bumps that
Just
would
have
absolutely ruin the suspension.
yes. And if you had damage of fuel tile wear, you just drive along a road like 20 meters and your car's already 100% damaged.
I'm sure everyone listening here knows what a pothole is,
Hmm.
but you've never driven on a pothole road until you've gone to South Africa.
No. And the most
Because the potholes we have are
hmm
monsters.
oh yes. It's like those viral videos of people jumping into puddles and then getting entirely consumed because they actually are giant potholes.
Yeah?
That's everything that's every single road in South Africa.
We actually, now that I think of it, had to replace a tire on our car because it fell off from a pothole.
Yep, that's happened quite a few times.
And tires here are expensive, so that's not exactly the best thing either.
Yeah. And you can just the reckless you can just program the AIs to be much more reckless and put them in taxis.
No, 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 no. The Americans, well, everyone's going to be confused. We don't use what you guys use as taxis, probably. We've got, what do they call combis in the other side of the world?
Minivans.
Okay. Our taxis are minivans, and we put like 16 people in them. Well,
And they
the
drive like
legal
there
amount
is
is
no
16.
road, like there are no rules and there is no illegal.
Yeah, the legal limit is 16, but you can always squeeze in a few more if you try to.
Yeah. 25, it's fine. 60, it's fine.
Hey, they're making money. They don't mind.
Yeah, they don't mind.
I do want Horizon 5 to be in Japan, though.
That would be cool. Or Mount Everest, just like casually summit Mount Everest in your Hoonigan RS 200.
No, because look at it this way. They've gone to America when they did Horizon 1.
Mm-hmm.
Horizon 2 was on the southern Europe.
Yes.
3 was in Australia. 4 was the United Kingdom. Now they've just got Asia and Africa.
So I'd say South Africa for when you do Africa,
They
and
might
Japan.
actually do it here, though, to be honest. Unless
They
they want
could.
to focus.
I mean, in Africa, we are one of the most developed parts of Africa.
If they want to make it focus purely off-road, they can do Upper Africa. That's fine.
Yes,
But if they want to have asphalt as well, they have to do it South
they
Africa.
have to do it here, and we've got amazing views and things.
Yeah, we
Table
do.
Mountain, just drive up that with your Chiron.
If you don't destroy it with a speed bump. Every
Yeah,
car
if
will just have rally suspension.
and then you have like miniaturized versions of the entire thing. So you have the Drakensberg Mountains. Uh,
Oh, but the Drakensberg is beautiful.
Drakensberg is great. That's what the top part of FH4 look is. It reminds me of. It's just like all those mountains.
Okay, since we are not going back to any questions, I can voice some of my opinions. I don't like how they filmed the races.
How
Because
so?
I've been on road races where you could consider. What is the difference between a road race and a street race? The only difference is street races are at night.
So street races have traffic in them, so you can
Oh,
actually
yeah,
hit
that too.
traffic.
And they're
Two,
at night.
yes, and two they have more of a weird course. Three they have those weird checkpoints, and I think that's just about it.
That's about it. And then I don't like there's very few differences that I notice between cross country and off road. Because
Okay.
I've been on cross country races where they are where there's more road than off road.
Yeah, but the
I've
cross
been
country
on off
means
road
you just
races.
go north, and that's where you go. You don't mind if there's road. You don't mind if there's So rally races are specifically you're driving on dirt. There's a
I've
preset
been on
course
those
there.
rally races, or not the rally, the off road races where there's more road than dirt.
Yes.
That
That's the point.
frustrates me as
They're
well.
they're at least they're at least circuits. They've got the uh, wall thingamajigs, and they've got all of that. The cross country is just they put a line somewhere on the map, no matter regardless of whether there were roads there or not.
Yeah, but the cross country is amazing though. Those races are fun.
Yes, take your Land Rover Discovery out.
I had this one race that frustrated me. It was a cross country one. You know, by the one by the castle, there's
Yeah.
that really small gaps for the roads to go through.
Yes.
I had this one race where the gap, because the gap was small, we were in the big off-road vehicles. I think I was in my one of the Jeeps.
Oh no.
And they smashed into the one gap and right in front of me, and I couldn't get past. It was just cars smashing one after another.
Oof.
And I had to restart the race because I don't play with rewind.
Oh, why?
Because I am a racing purist. Racing purists do not race with rewind.
Well, I'm not a racing purist, and I like the rewind button for when things get messy.
I'll just use the rewind button when I'm trying to win a car in the season championships.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Because there, the driver titles can also get quite annoying there.
But the one problem with having rewind on is if you do online races, like especially for the trial, I was driving perfectly fine, but because sometimes I like to just perfect my racing line, I hit the rewind button.
I just don't care about my racing line. As long as I get in front, I'm happy.
So
Well,
then
of
I
course
went
I'm.
back in the
If
queue,
I
and then
smash, if I crash into a guy, I will rewind because that is not pure racing. That just means you can't race.
that just means you can't race. Yes. Or your
If you
controller
want to
just
play a
like went,
proper, if you want to
nah,
play
I'm
a
going
racing
left
game
now.
properly, you apply the brakes and you don't wall ram.
Wall ramming is so fun when you've got like friends in your convoy and you want to beat them for the trial just to like show off and you just go near and you slam as hard as you possibly can into them.
I watched this one clip on Reddit and it frustrated me. It was on the Horizon one. And they were doing the trial. I can't remember. It was probably the most recent one, or like 2 seasons back. And this
Yeah.
one guy in the other team rammed the guy who was recording it off the road. Just flat out rammed him off.
Some guy did it to me in the trial this season. Hang on a second.
And
Yes,
the
this.
race was like 80% done. He was at the
Mm.
80% mark.
So then I tried to hoot at this guy, and then I realized that my hooter is like the bruh
Yeah,
from the like epic music.
yeah.
So it didn't really work. I could
Shame.
barely even hear it
What is
myself.
your current horn actually?
That's what it is. It's the bruh.
I've got the window shut down.
I don't have that yet. I've been trying to get it.
I won it in a wheel spin. Oh, dude. Did you get the 200 wheel spins from a couple of weeks
Yes,
ago?
that was the funniest thing to see.
Dude,
How
but
the
did
Forza
you see
economy
that they
just
removed it?
crashed. Like there was nothing on the auction house. It just everything crashed.
Did you see that they removed them? No, not everyone got them.
Yeah, because it was a birthday thing. They only did it on their birthday.
They said it was a glitch, or they weren't supposed to. They're only supposed to give us 20, but someone added an extra zero.
It's like the plot for Sing. Like
I
just
was
add a few
sitting,
zeros.
I was lying on my bed for like 30 minutes, spinning them all. I got so many cars. It was the best thing ever.
Yeah,
I
it
got
was just a
cars.
pain. It was just a pain to go through this 200. And
Oh,
also, if you don't stop at when you get to 100, they just repeat.
hmm. But dude, people were frustrated when Turn 10 removed it from the people who hadn't spun it yet.
Yeah, I've just got like 283 cars in my garage just casually.
But
Hi.
I still remember that day it happened. I woke up and I was browsing Reddit. 30 minutes ago, a guy posted, I just spun my 200 wheel spins, ran to my console, turned it on, and then I saw you were online too, and I'm like, should I tell him about the 200 wheel spins or nah? I figured, no, he's on Forza. I think he knows about them.
What time was it?
This was at like 7 in the morning, but I figured that you probably saw them already.
Yes. So I probably left my car in AFK as usual.
Yeah.
So I did the night before, I think. A bunch of my friends that I was playing with the previous night on Forza Horizon 4. They just were like, you should go spin your 300 wheel spins. And then every single 5 seconds that I was spinning one, they're like, oh no, come on, let's go do a race. And I go back and they're like, oh no, you should spin your wheel spins. Go to the wheel spin thing. Oh no, you need to come. It was so annoying.
I just know I was watching a movie, I saw you were online. I turned off my console, I went to bed, I woke up 7 in the morning, you were online. So I figured, now was he
Yes.
online the whole night?
No. I do
He
sleep.
just come out really early because he saw the wheel spins too?
Afraid they're going to be taken away. Which they were. They
Yeah,
were.
after like 10 hours.
Yes. But yeah, so I usually leave my car at FK. And then you got this one friend of mine who actually sent one of the questions today. Not JB or Fly You Fools. But he always, whenever I leave my account AFK, he spams me with invites, like expecting me to join. And I come back to my computer and it's just like Xbox notifications 60 or something.
I literally put my account onto appearing offline just to not get spam invites.
Yeah.
Because I have friends who play Fortnite and Apex Legends, and they always invite me when they see I'm online.
Wow.
I have friends. I've got 2 friends on Xbox Live. You're one of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't really play online in that aspect much.
I
Because
see, I
I've
see, I
got
see.
you who plays Horizon, which I'm fine with, but I just don't want to play I don't want to play Fortnite. I don't want to play Apex. I find them boring. I don't like them.
Whoop whoop. That's a good choice.
I'm not really a fan of FPS games anymore. I used to love them, but they're just so repetitive these days.
I like them on PC. I would die on console or controller.
Console FPS, it's Battlefield and Call of Duty. Call of Duty is terrible because it's filled with loot boxes and incredibly ludicrous prices.
Yes.
Battlefield has no campaign story because they put all the focus on multiplayer.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they do have campaigns, but they could be better.
You got the Steam library. Go play Card Life Simulator.
Battlefield 4 frustrates me with the single player campaign. I don't know if it's just something with my copy of it, but every time I put it on, once I get to a certain point in the story, it still shows that it saves, but when I quit the game and go back on, it goes back to that one point. Whether it's 2 hours ago from the campaign or what, I just go back to one singular point.
That reminds me of when my brother had a copy of Plants vs. Zombies from his friend on a flash drive. You know, copied it onto my desktop. But the thing was, it didn't work properly because you had to open it and keep it running if you wanted to keep your save, because it wasn't in the right save folder. It was on the desktop, and then it didn't know to save to there, so it just did a temporary save and deleted that. So I always left the thing open, and I got extremely mad when one of my siblings decided to log me off, or turn the computer off or something. I absolutely died when all my progress was gone.
Shame. I used to play Plants vs. Zombies. I loved that game.
That game is great.
But the original one, not the ones they're putting out now.
Oh, no, the original Plants vs. Zombies.
Crazy, I think it was Crazy Dave was the guy's name. He was the
Yes. Yep, 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 yep.
Yep.
Yep, yep, yep.
Yep, 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 yep. With the little subtitles there, just reading it like, oh, this guy's cool.
Want to know why it's a walnut and why you're bowling with a walnut? Because I'm crazy! It doesn't work, it's better than
That was
blah,
the
blah, blah,
line
blah.
always quoted.
And when it's like the pot on his head like flips around.
And now we've run out of stuff to talk about. Is there any other questions?
No, I don't think so.
Because I actually had one more question, because I had two questions and we just went off on yours because mine were boring. The other one was, why are you, Mitchell Clark, doing YouTube?
That's a good question.
Why are you doing the YouTube? It's clearly not for the money.
No. But if I did, it would be absolutely amazing. So, I started my channel as like an idea between me and my one friend. We were just like, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel. He said this to me, and it's like, hang on a second. I've also always wanted to start a YouTube channel. And then we were like, huge collab. And then we created a channel together. Now that was called MS Gameplay, because I was NPC, he was Stevonic. He has his own channel now. And then we planned to release our first video, and then after like I'd say a week or two, we just were like, this isn't gonna work. And we were also then thinking, we were so naive, and we thought that AdSense was just, you could earn money for whatever video you posted. And then we're like,
it's not like that, unfortunately.
yeah, it doesn't work like that. You have to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of view times in the last 4 months. So that was the problem, and I came to him one day. I was like, this is not going to work. We have to split up. So I'm going to create my own channel. You can create your own channel. We can just do still some epic collabs, and we wanted to do Let's Play. Now that's Let's Play is the very Criticraft that I still release videos on. That was a conceptual idea when I bought a server from a guy, and I was like, I want to create content, because he was like, I don't want the server anymore, the community's dead. Then I was like, I'll buy this all for you. Bought it from him, and then I started paying for it every month, and then I made the I first made Ultimate Survival. That was what I called it at the time. Never released videos on it. Then I created Criticraft for only YouTubers to maybe just copy Hermitcraft. And that's what got my YouTube channel actually started, and maybe really enjoy meeting people and playing together. I love just the idea of a giant collab between a whole bunch of YouTubers together.
And that was what, like a year ago or something?
Yes, so I started my channel in on the 29th of June 2019.
Oh, your anniversary is coming up.
It is coming up.
We have to do a 24-hour live stream.
We have to do a 2-hour live stream.
No, that's just as good.
Yeah.
But we have
So
to do a
I've
special video for it.
it's I mean, I think for 2 years running. No, hold on, 1 year running. I'm doing really well for a channel. I mean, 60 subs. And my highest view count is 177. That's not bad either.
That's over double your subscribers.
It is. So a lot of people that are watching clearly aren't subscribed.
See, we don't push it on them enough. We have to tell them to subscribe every
Yeah,
5
but
minutes.
I always had this opinion that nagging people to like and subscribe just becomes repetition, and they've heard it all the time, so they can just do it themselves
Every
anyway.
video they click on, they do that.
Yes. Well, no.
YouTubers that annoy me are the ones that tell you to like the video right at the beginning.
Yeah, it's like Colin's Key. I don't know if you know them. Okay, we're going to do the 5-second
just
subscribe
watched-
challenge. So we want to see if you can subscribe and turn on the notification bell
I
in
just
5, 4. I want to finish this. 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Okay, yes, you're saying?
I just watched the Danny Gonzalez video on him today.
Oh,
actually.
no. He's pathetic.
That guy just shouts the entire time.
Yeah, I came... So, one of my favorite YouTubers to watch was Jarvis Johnson, because he did commentary videos, and his very first video was the most relatable thing I've ever seen. And it was, why is 5-minute craft so clickbaity or something? And he had the
Yeah.
picture of that stupid eraser and the phone screen. And he finally addressed one of the most annoying things I had with...
Craig Bot just left.
Oh, no. Oh, wow.
This is why
fine.
we're recording with Audacity
This is why
as
we're
well.
recording with Audacity. So, you're still hearing this because I was right and Chris the TV Addict was wrong.
This is why we're recording with Audacity as well.
This is why we're recording with Audacity.
Craig Bot is useless. Where did it go?
I don't know. It went
Well,
to my
just kick
DMs.
it
It's
off
DMing
the
me.
server now. It's pointless.
It says, I have been unexpectedly disconnected. If you want me to stop recording, please command me with Craig-leave. Thanks,
Just
Craig.
just kick the bot off.
Yes, you're useless.
I think it's got like a time limit or something. I don't know.
I don't know. It's server region settings or something. Error 1006. What was I talking about?
You were talking about this one relatable
Oh,
channel
yes.
about 5
Jarvis
minute
Johnson,
crafts.
and I watched him ever since, and it was great because I went with him from, I think he was on 90k subscribers, which is reasonable, and now I think he's on 1.72 million.
That's not bad.
No, it's not. And he was like, "Go watch Danny Gonzalez." I went back, instantly regretted it, and went back to Jarvis Johnson.
Well, don't you like Danny?
No, I do not.
I like Danny.
I don't. Sorry.
But yeah, I watched his Colin Keys video today. Oof. I don't like Colin's Keys.
I think if you're a child that's 8, it might be really entertaining.
I was actually another thing when I was watching the video and I was just mind blown by it was just so bad, but I couldn't stop watching it.
The Collins Key.
Yeah. And
Yes.
then Danny comes
I don't
on
know
and-
how they do that. I was like, one Saturday I
And
clicked the
then
video.
Danny came on like to post a contract. I'm like, Danny, shut up! I want to watch more. Shut up! Go.
That's the worst thing about commentary videos, is when they're busy chatting on something and you actually get really involved in the story, like one of these animated stories. You really want to know what happened, but they pause the video and start commenting about it. It's like, ugh!
Dude, I want to watch more. This is so bad, but I'm so intrigued.
I know. But you also, because you know that they're so bad, like the fake animated stories that Jarvis Johnson has done a whole bunch on. You know that they're fake. You know that they shouldn't get the views, but you want to go watch it to see how pathetic it is.
Because you can't believe how bad it is.
Yes, it's so smart. Either
It's like
this is some
Sharknado.
idiots who's just animating videos, or they're so smart they can convince people that this is bad, but still make them watch it.
We need to start making videos like that, I think.
Yes.
Ali
Right.
A stuff, just shout the whole time.
Da 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 da.
Maybe I'll make a YouTube channel, just do that, just shout the whole time.
I kind of want to do the social experiment with clickbait. Like, make a really, 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 really clickbaity video. See what happens. And afterwards be like, I'm really sorry that I had to have clickbait, but I wanted to do a social experiment, and here's what happened.
Social experiment in quotations.
No,
Well,
I
I'm
kind
adding
of want
the
to
title
see.
too.
I kind of want to see how many 8-year-olds show up and be like,
Title
"Where's Hero
Social
Brian of
Experiment
Subnautica?"
2020 edition. Gone wrong. You won't believe what happens next.
So if you're listening and you see a video on my channel called "I See Hero Brian of Subnautica," don't click on it. Just a heads up. You seem
well.
speechless. So, do you have any other questions?
No, I only had those two.
Okay. Well, I
Because
think
I
that
my contacts are useless.
they are very useless. So are
They all
mine.
look at my status, but they all say nothing.
Yep. But that is about an hour. We
Yeah,
did
it's
this.
Yay, we managed to make an hour of just pure nonsense.
Virtual high five from quarantine.
I don't know if you heard that.
I did hear it. You can't hear mine, can you?
No. Oh, I heard yours.
Okay, there we go.
Guys,
Good.
that is how you do a high five in quarantine.
High five in quarantine. Bluetooth. Except Bluetooth won't go that far. Online gaming high five. Low latency.
Hey, see, then with the online game, you can connect to people on the other side of the world.
Yes. But it might just be a few seconds delayed, so you have to anticipate.
Oh, by the way, guys, if you play Forza Horizon 4, Mitchell does have a club for Forza Horizon 4 that you should join.
I do. That's a very good point. It's called NPCG for NPC gaming. If you do have FH4 and you want to join a nice club, then join it.
I don't know how many people are on it, but I'm on it. That's the most important thing.
That is the most important thing of that club.
I'm on it.
Okay, so now shameless plug time. Also, go sub to my YouTube channel, go sub to my second channel, and thank you for making it this far.
If you're still listening.
If you're still listening.
If you
I mean,
are
an
still
hour is a
listening,
long
we're
time.
very sorry for wasting your time.
You
But
shouldn't
was
be.
it really a waste of time, though?
Was what? No, it wasn't. No, it can't be.
You guys have got nothing better to do. You're all stuck at home anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you've got that boring online school and the teacher that just drags on. May as well listen to this.
Instead. Hey, man, these guys are talking about complete nonsense and they're still better than you.
Oh, sick burn!
Guys, please don't actually say that. We do not endorse any savagery towards your teachers.
It's like when you watch a
Do so at
YouTube
your
video
own
on how to
risk.
pirate something. Please note this is only for educational purposes only. No, it's not.
We do not condone any acts of savagery against your teachers. Do so at your own risk.
Do so at your own downfall.
Yes.
You
If
will
you
be
fail,
punished.
it's not our fault.
Then you got that meme of you know that meme of where that puppet is like looking at you and then looks away guiltily. It's where the teacher says, "Okay, so who got answer one? Who's got answer one for the homework?" Everyone stay muted.
Yeah, because no one. I actually used to have that where in our was it maths or physics class, but we wouldn't do the work, and they asked us the answers, and we're just like, yeah, no, none of us did it, so we're not gonna say anything.
Lol.
And then one of us got picked, and we're like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no.
Yeah, but the nice thing about online things is you can just like when the person asks you for your answer, you just stay quiet. They won't know that you're not
Okay.
there. I mean, they can't
all.
thing you because maybe you left to go and get called for something.
I think that's all the shameless plugs. We got subscribing, liking, notifications.
Yeah, that's pretty. Join the
Oh,
Discord.
wait, no, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna copy Mr. Beast here. Subscribe now or we delete your Fortnite account.
Yes. Subscribe
We'll
now,
find
or
a
you
way
don't
to
get
do
you
it.
don't get
We
a
will
million
find you.
V-Bucks.
We will find you, and we will delete your Fortnite.
I will find you, and I will kill you.
We will find you, and we will take all your Minecraft coins.
We will take away your Minecraft account.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, you have to go subscribe, even if it's on the podcast, because podcasts do have a subscribe button.
I think that's anyways. I don't think we've got anything else to say.
No, we've run out of questions a long time ago.
We did. We really did. I think we shall
Yeah,
just end
next
this
time we
off
do a
there.
Q&A, we got to get a lot more.
Yeah, or just flat out cancel it because we probably won't.
Yes.
We'll just do another Q&A in a year's time when your channel's 2 years old.
When my channel's got like 6 billion subscribers. When I'm
We'll
a
have
millionaire, you know.
PewDiePie. Oh, did you imagine you ever get into a sub battle with PewDiePie?
That would be the most amazing thing to be stuck in.
Okay, but right, I think we shall just end this here.
Yes, I
Thank you
think.
guys for listening. We are
Yes, thank
sorry
you.
for wasting your time, but
Thank.
let's be honest. Do you guys have anything better to do with your
I mean,
life?
if you've made an hour into this, that is hashtag committed.
That is committed. If you were to join the Discord and have proof that you'd listened to the whole hour, we will give you VIP.
We will give you VIP if you've listened to this. Just say the code in the Discord. Dragons are real, and we
And you
will
will
give you
get free
VIP.
VIP. Anyways, Mitchell, hit us with the outro.
Thank you guys so much for watching. But this has been me, NPC,
And this has
and
been me, Chris the TV Addict.
and goodbye.